what's it called, complaints from individuals, and then EFCC says, no, it's no such thing, it's fake news. This miscommunication, is that what is giving oxygen to this?
If the EFCC is able to determine what is fake news, one would expect too that it will sell us the proper news, the proper situation of things. I think I like the slogan of the EFCC where before now when it says the EFCC will get you anytime, anywhere, right? It's that's connotes a very powerful organization that's ubiquitous. In that case, and then an individual, that kind of powerful organization against an individual, the organization should show some restraint and should show some measure of application of standards. You see, I can say this on behalf of Ola Olukayode, the chairman of the EFCC, that he's committed to standards. But sometimes, oftentimes, the operatives of the EFCC get somewhat overzealous. And when they do that, it shouldn't be too difficult to explain. Now, the problem we have here, and that's a very dangerous situation where you find young people going to the bank, the premises of the bank, going to protest because they're dealing with a very influential personality called Very Dark Man. That is well loved. In fact, his followership is phenomenal. Now, and that's the reason why EFCC as an organization that also requires the goodwill of the public in its fight against corruption and financial crimes should actually deal carefully with an individual like Very Dark Man. Now, there's a problem. He has been arrested, and then there seemed to be a form of strong, cooperation that was offered by the Guarantee Trust Bank. The expectation is a show of accountability on the part of the EFCC and the bank by simply explaining to Nigerians that this is exactly what's happening. Nobody is saying that the Very Dark Man is above the law. However, when it seems...
the bank in question says, they don't have a hand in it. The young man, the VDM, was arrested outside the premises of the bank. That they've exculpated themselves, more or less.
But Nigerians don't believe. And that's more reason why an authority like the EFCC should be the forefront of showing a level of accountability to the people by saying this and such a reason is why we arrested Very Dark Man. And of course, because of the presumption of innocence, he should be assumed that he has been granted bail. And then so that report...
given bail conditions that he will not be released until he meets his bail conditions, and he will be taken to court.
Well, that's the report. That's the report accredited to the BBC.
Right.
However, it's nothing difficult for the EFCC. EFCC has fantastic spokesmen. Whether you're talking about Dilly or Wilson or Wajire, these are people who are very experienced in the business of public relations and public communication. So it's not difficult to communicate it. The problem is, Nigerians lose respect for the EFCC when it fails to do very simple things like this, or when it seems as if it's doing the bidding of one person. The chairman is not like that. I can say that because I've had a personal contact with him. So my mindset about the way he operates is a matter of very high ethical standards.
So why is it not reflecting in his men on the ground?
The reason why. That's the reason why people protest. That's the reason why we must say that this is not the proper thing to do, especially for a very influential person like Very Dark Man.
Yeah.
My expectation is that simply go and tell the public what he's done. And now, because of the presumption of his innocence, announce the bail conditions. I mean, I think it's valid a point if someone says that you could have simply, invited him. I mean, for a long time, and when the FCC carries out one forms of publication as to a wanted person, the people show up because they know that from the current, criminal arrangement, whether you even flee abroad, you'll be caught. So my expectation is that the EFCC should show some measure of accountability to the people. It's not a government to itself.
How can the EFCC, show accountability? How can the EFCC fix this? What's looking in your eyes like a damage to the reputation of the EFCC?
I think just do the right thing. I would have expected
the right thing be?
They call a press conference, because you can see that in this age of the social media, where people like Very Dark Man reign as, I would say, as kings. They carry a lot of influence in that place. And every young Nigerian nearly sees these sort of fellows as role models. So it's not a very good thing if now the EFCC is seen as the oppressor, as the one that can be used by the government to suppress free speech. Because so in order not to allow, because we see that label of these explanations as fake news, in order not to allow the constant growing fake news to be preponderant, you have to make the proper statement, give the statement. So what the EFCC should do now, in realizing that it doesn't matter whether he's a young person, the level of his popularity demands that a press briefing be given immediately to show some measure of accountability to Nigerians, that you don't work for yourself and that you are not against Nigerians, and that we are all in the business of fighting corruption together, fighting financial crimes, or whatever in this case is cyber stalking. Nobody really wants it.
Let's talk about this cyber stalking. Is it being... Oh, okay. Very quickly, you were going to say...
cyber stalking. Cyber stalking, you see, look, until you become a victim of some of these crimes, you would not find the EFCC to be a very useful organization. In this case, we're saying that it has to be on the good side of the people so that it can enjoy the goodwill of the people. After all, it's set up to serve the people. Cyber stalking can be a very dangerous crime, especially when it attacks innocent people. But the very dark one is seen in the eyes of Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, as a freedom fighter, as someone who's speaking on their behalf, and it doesn't.
Don't let anybody deceive you. You see those videos you are making, free VDM, those comments you are commenting, it is getting to them. Yes, don't let any paid actor come and deceive you and say, oh, you're only doing online, I did not come outside. If you want to come outside, come outside. If you don't want to come outside, stay online and be active. It's not getting to them. Then they say social media and a terrorist organization. It is getting to them. I know somebody can't tell now. Don't let anybody deceive you. Oh, so it look like, oh, it's just cha-cha-cha online. It's not even working. It's working. It's working. Don't let nobody even try to discourage you. They're all witches and wizards. We're not there. They fly for nights. They don't say and say they are juju, not they work for our body. Now, why? The only thing now to make you like say what you they do, if they paint them. Everybody free VDM. EFCC on not too much. Put one for iron. Swear say you not say EFCC on too much. If you they be me like say, more you use this one, Kuku might enter the government body. But the thing we don't they complain. Let's just everybody keep your grievances aside, your hate aside. More you all use this one as opportunity now. Let them know. Say not be just church online. You can just be united for 1 minute and just use this to prove a point to these motherfuckers. Anyways, I just came here to say that's your post, that's your comment is not in vain. Don't stop. It's a pepper them for body. It be like pin for their brokers. Don't let nobody deceive you. For 2 days now where they carry VDM, have you seen EFCC raid that? Oh, my EFCC radar with you. Fear not let them fall aside. Hi. But make them not worry, not be waiting not go happen. That great day, it will come. When it come, una go know. The country is sick. Nigeria is sick. Be inside EFCC that day they catch 10 thieves among the operatives. Nigeria is sick. But VDM is their problem and you are laughing. I pity all of you.
Hi, this is your buddy, Dr. John Isegui. I want to specially ask every good Nigerian and Africans to pray for VDM, because VDM is an answer to prayers. Someone will say, hey, why do you say he's an answer to prayers? Our system only celebrates the strong and not the weak. When there's an altercation between the strong and the weak, the strong always come out top. So to be weak or poor in Nigeria makes you suffer without your voice being heard. VDM is an answer to prayers. I don't know him, but I've followed his activities, and I can tell you that that young man is doing what even 99% of pastors are not doing. Somebody will say, why are you talking like this? Because God is a God of justice. Anywhere there is justice, God is present. I listened to how he said he got 90 million from someone. Now, if you go through the course, which is constitutional, before you get your 90 million, that money could have been devalued to 1 million. And that is the way our ecosystem.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights. At the mention of his name, oppressors catches cold. National treasure, final hope of the oppressed. Nightmare to injustice, brave and confident. Sound his name, very dark man. We are men fear to stand. He stands firm without shaking, one man combatant. What many men fear to say, as long as it liberates the innocent and the oppressed. He says it very loud without shivering. Very dark man, resilient and extremely brilliant, super brave and confident. Only one rather president. Black man with a golden heart. Alpha philanthropist, rugged they don't begin, tested and trusted, agility 100. Your service to humanity can never be overlooked. Voice of the voiceless. Your legacy will forever stand tall and firm like an ancient Iroko tree. In this time of trial and tribulations, may God give you divine clarity and energy to stand strong and solid. For always standing for the truth, may the Almighty shield you. From the trap of your enemies, may He deliver you. For justice and equity, we stand. Against corruption and oppression, we stand. With VDM, we stand gallant. Solidarity till thy kingdom come. Justice for VDM, justice for all.
Man, ESCC, wave every dark man. If you no talk problem, go there. If you no leave, I'm trouble, go there. GT Bank, wave every dark man. ESCC, wave every dark man. If you no talk problem, go there. If you no leave, I'm trouble, go there. Oh, now which kind country be this? Oh, now which kind country be this? I dey see problem.
There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. If you listen carefully now, you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer. Many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. There's another way there used to be. I won't tell no lie. One and all got to face reality now. Though I try to find the answer to all the questions they ask, though I know it's impossible to go living through the path, don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, can't keep them down.